men's college basketball today. The Warriors of Lycoming will take on the Bulldogs of DeSales. Lycoming comes in with a record of 4-2, all in the MAC Freedom Conference, while DeSales comes in with a record of 9-1, 7-1 in the MAC Freedom Conference. These two teams played last weekend. They both won one game. The last game in the series was right here at DeSales, which clinched the MAC Freedom home court for DeSales. They won that game 63-59, a ball game that they did not have starting center and second leading scorer in the MAC Freedom Conference, Timmy Edwards, for the second half. But he will play tonight, so that's a good chance for the Bulldogs. But you look at Lycoming, they are led by the sophomore Dyson Harward. He's averaging 13.7 points a game. He had 3 threes in the game on last Saturday afternoon. Also, Darius Dangerfield, their other double-digit scorer, he's scoring 10.8 a game. Also coming down with 3.8 rebounds per game. He's an electric point guard that can really run the show for Lycoming. He is 6 assists away from 300 for his career. When you look at DeSales, the offense really runs through a guy like Timmy Edwards. 22 points a game, 7 rebounds a game for the senior out of Shermanstown, Pennsylvania. Was a MAC Freedom first-teamer last year. Then you also have 2 very capable guards in Mason Barnes and Aiden Elwood, averaging 7 and 8 a game respectively for the Bulldogs as they round out some of that scoring attack. But this is a DeSales team that really doesn't have one player outside of Edwards that is a different player could step up for DeSales. Now, this is DeSales' second championship game in the last 3 years. Lycoming played in the final last year and won against another MAC Freedom opponent who was in the Commonwealth last year in Arcadia. Both of the teams, Arcadia and Lycoming, were in the MAC Commonwealth last season. They move over to the Freedom. And Lycoming, they're in the championship for the second straight year under third-year head coach Mike McGarvey, and he's done a great job at Lycoming, rebuilding a program that made 2 straight championships in 16 and 17, then had a couple of down years after that. But last year they had a terrific ball club that won the MAC Commonwealth Championship. Most of those same guys are back this year, as we talked about Harward and Dangerfield, but also Mo Terry, a sophomore out of Severn, Maryland. He's scoring 8.8 a game, along with Matt Iladugwe. Iladugwe, another key cog for Lycoming, as he's scoring just over 6 a game. As both of these teams have some very good bench personnel that they can go to, as we're just about ready to get started with MAC Freedom Championship basketball, second night in a row. If you weren't here last night, the DeSales women beat Delaware Valley by a 66-34 score, clinching their 3rd straight MAC Freedom Championship. Now the DeSales men's team is looking to clinch their 2nd championship in the last 3 years. Both would be right here on the court at Valera Hall. We will, in just a second, take you down courtside to our public address announcer, Joe Moskill, for the playing of our national anthem and starting lineups for the ball game tonight.
Good evening and welcome to DeSales University's Valera Hall for today's MAC Freedom Championship game between the Lycoming College Warriors and your DeSales University Bulldogs. At this time, we'd like everyone to please rise and honor America with the playing of the national anthem. Now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Lycoming College Warriors. A 5'8" senior guard from Abingdon, Maryland, number 0, Darius Dangerfield. A 6'1" junior guard from Wilmington, Delaware, number 5, Matt Eladugwe. A 6'3" sophomore forward from Severn, Maryland, number 1, Mo Turry. A 6'5" sophomore forward from Brooklyn, New York, number 24, DeAndre Manuel. And a 6'7" sophomore center from Danville, PA, number 33, Dyson Harward. Lycoming is coached by head coach Mike McGarvey and assisted by Nikolai Arnold, Joseph Brito, and Jack McAndrew. And now, the starting lineup for your DeSales University Bulldogs. A 6'1" first-year guard from Pottsville, PA, number 2, Mason Barnes. A 6-foot sophomore guard from Northampton, PA, number 3, Aiden Elwood. A 6'3" first-year guard from Easton, PA, number 14, Ryan Boylan. A 6'5" senior forward from Shiremanstown, PA, number 24, Timmy Edwards. And a 6'4" junior forward from Reading, PA, number 30, Kaba Mitchell. Bulldogs are coached by head coach Scott Koval and assisted by John Showers and Jeff Silk. This evening's referees are Tom McDermott, John Caputo, and Ernest Hamilton. DeSales University and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sex.
There you have it, the starters for both teams. Dangerfield, Terry, Iladugwe, Manuel, and Harward for Lycoming. For DeSales, Barnes, Elwood, Boylan, Edwards, and Mitchell. DeSales in their home whites, the blue numbers, red piping around that, and blue and red stripes down the side with the script DSU logo on the right and left leg. Lycoming in their road blues with gold stripes down the side interlocking with gray, and white numbers with blue and gray piping around that. They win the tap and right down to the post to Harward as he kicks it out to Terry. Now they're looking for Dangerfield on the left wing, Iladugwe on the right wing. He will drive and get it down low to Harward. Outside 3 by Terry is up and does not fall. The rebound, though, by Manuel down low as he will kick it out to Iladugwe. And now to Harward, and they almost turn it over. Dangerfield, though, gets the basketball back. Another opportunity for Terry as he drives to the basket. He'll kick it out, and this time it will be a turnover. It goes out of bounds. DeSales ball. They get their first offensive opportunity on the night. Defensively, they're the 9th-ranked scoring defense in the country in Division III. Barnes will get the first touch for the basketball for DeSales as he brings it into the forecourt to Edwards. Edwards didn't play almost all the second half on last Saturday afternoon, but he's back there, and quickly a DeSales turnover, a steal by Harward off the pass by Mason Barnes. Now Dangerfield, Harward thought 3, instead will pull up and look for a dribble handoff. He finally will get it back to Dangerfield with 19 on the clock. Down low, Harward. He's looking to back down Edwards. Matchup of 2 of the league's best bigs there as Edwards and Mitchell fought for the miss, but they're both on the same team. Finally, Edwards comes down with it. Could have been a big opportunity there for DeSales if they had lost the basketball. Boylan, now Elwood. Elwood, right in his face, Iladugwe, but Elwood will drive, try to pass it down low, and gets his pass knocked away. Now back out Barnes. Boylan will drive, 15-footer is up, and it is no good. The rebound by Dangerfield. And he will bring it into the forecourt with a head of steam to Iladugwe. He'll pull up from 5 feet away, and that jumper will fall for Matt Iladugwe. His first points of the game, first points for either team, makes it a 2-0 Lycoming lead in the MAC Freedom Championship. 1 minute and 50 seconds in. Mitchell, straight away Edwards. Now Barnes. Barnes gets an Edwards screen. He's looking to get it to Elwood. He does. Now down low to Mitchell. He's working on Manuel. Great pass to Edwards, but it was knocked out of bounds. Great find by Kaba Mitchell. Knocking the ball out of bounds was DeAndre Manuel, as he made a good defensive recovery after the very good pass by Mitchell. Barnes will trigger. They get it in now. Barnes on the right wing will drive on Dangerfield. 4 on the clock. DeSales needs to put up a shot. It's Edwards from the right wing. His 3 is up, doesn't fall, but he gets his own rebound. Long shot, long rebound. As Edwards looking to kick out, he does. He finds Elwood. He'll drive and get fouled by Mo Terry. Terry will pick up the first foul for him on the game. First foul on the team also. And DeSales will inbound on the far sideline with 20 seconds on the shot clock on the reset. Barnes will get the ball on the inbounds pass. Now Edwards, 15 on the clock. Straight away Elwood, now the left wing in Barnes. Barnes finds a cutting Boylan. And now Boylan has 8 to the high post and Edwards. Edwards looking to go with 5 into the lane, puts it up. He will be fouled. Basket will not go. But Timmy Edwards will head to the line for a double bonus. The foul will go on Harward, and that's not something to be taken lightly, as if Harward gets in foul trouble, he is their leading scorer. That's something that if you're Lycoming, you need to pay attention to. Foul shot up and good by Edwards on the year. He's shooting 56% from the line. And he will get the second shot. And that is up, and that is also good. Goes 2 for 2 that trip. Ties the ball game up at 2, our first tie of the game. As it's Dangerfield with the basketball. Now Terry on the right wing. He will drive, kick it back to Manuel. DeAndre's looking, and he will find Harward. Harward, Ela Dugway will drive. Kick it back out. Harward thought about a 3. He's shooting 54% on the year from beyond the arc. Now Ela Dugway, crossover dribble, outside Manuel. He will drive in. His shot will be blocked, big time block by Mitchell, but right there to clean up the loose change was Harward with the easy basket inside. It was a great job to block the shot by Mitchell, but they couldn't get the rebound. Pass out of bounds as it was knocked away by Terry. And DeSales will inbound with 23 on the shot clock. Boylan to trigger. And he'll get it into Barnes with 22 on the clock. Now Barnes driving, kicking out to Elwood. He'll try a right wing 3. That doesn't fall. Mitchell with the rebound. He'll go up, and he will get the basket and the foul. Caba Mitchell will head to the line for 1. Second team foul on Lycoming. Foul will go on Manuel, his first. And Mitchell the line for 1 shot on the year. He is a 58% foul shooter. And the shot is up and good by Mitchell. Gives DeSales their first lead at 5-4. This was a game last weekend that DeSales jumped out to an early lead, then Lycoming came storming back as Manuel into the lane. Up and good. Manuel with his first bucket. DeAndre's on the board. And Lycoming back up 6-5. We're on the seesaw here in the early going as Boylan with the basketball to Mitchell on the left wing. Straight away Edwards, now the right wing to Barnes. Barnes gets an Edwards screen but can't do anything with it. Picks up his dribble and gets it to Elwood on the left wing. He's looking for a Mitchell screen. Will get it as Elwood drives into the paint. Foul line extended. Now to Barnes. He'll drive, step back, can't find anything. Down low to Edwards. Edwards turns, gets around his man in Harward and puts it up and in. Savvy move by Timmy Edwards. Realized he had Harward on his hip and was able to get by him, give DeSales back the lead at 7-6. Ela Dugway, Harward. Double team came as it was a defensive mistake by Mitchell and an easy basket by Manuel off the defensive mistake by DeSales. Makes it an 8-7 Lycoming lead. Mitchell straight away on the left wing in Elwood. Elwood gets a Mitchell screen. He will drive to the foul line. Gets stopped by Terry. And they kick it back to Edwards in the high post. Edwards driving, spin move, puts it up. Doesn't get it to drop, gets his own board. And now that is stolen right away from Edwards by Harward. Dangerfield slowly bringing it into the forecourt. As Harward will try for a long-range triple. That doesn't fall. The rebound by Aiden Elwood. Multiple subs at the table for both teams when we get another whistle. As Eberly and Lambert will check in for DeSales along with Hamilton and Edmond for Lycoming. Edwards working in the post on Harward. He puts it up, gets it to drop. soft touch off the back of the iron. Timmy Edwards with his second straight field goal. Puts the Bulldogs back on top by 1, 8-9. Harward. Edwards came right out on him. They're not giving him any space because as well as he can play in the post, he's a very good three-point shooter. Dangerfield drives, gets stuck in the paint, kicks it out for an open three by Illa Dugway that doesn't hit anything. And the rebound by DeSales. 14 minutes on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock here in the first half. DeSales Lycoming, Mac Freedom championship game. Elwood, Edwards straight away. He thought about a three, will drive and put it up. Blocking foul and the basket. Harward picked up his second. And if you're Lycoming, that's a little bit of a cloud. As the basket is good, and Dyson Harward picks up his second foul. And if you're Lycoming, as I just said, that's something you don't want to happen because he really is the center of your offense. They run a lot of things, especially out of the post out with the 6'7" sophomore Harward. Edwards with the basket makes it a 3-point DeSales lead, and he's heading to the line for one more. Edwards already with 8 points. And now the chance to complete the old-fashioned three-point play by Edwards. Shots up, shots no good. Strong off the back of the iron. Dangerfield will bring it into the forecourt. Into the game is DeAndre Edmond. Replaces Harward as he picked up 2 fouls. Now down low, the aforementioned Edmond turn around, put it up and in. Makes it back to a 1-point game at 11-10. Edwards. Now into the game, Elijah Eberly with the basketball. Barnes outside a right wing three by Ryan Boylan doesn't fall. And Edmond with the rebound. Dangerfield will drive, pull up from the foul line, up doesn't fall. Rattled around there but couldn't drop for the senior for Lycoming. Boylan came down with the carom. And now Edwards on the right wing. Straight away, Dat Lambert. And now Boylan will drive with 14 on the clock. Gets into the paint. He'll get fouled. A push will be called on just into the ball game, number 21. That is Brandon Blackson, a 6'1" freshman out of Laurel, Maryland. Into the game for DeSales, a sophomore Will Pollock at a Kingsway Regional High School in New Jersey. Along with back in there is Timmy Edwards, who had a quick break. And DeSales will inbound on the baseline, 20 on the clock after the foul. Elwood also back in there for the Bulldogs. Aiden will get the basketball off the inbounds in the corner. Now bad spacing for DeSales, but the boulevard opens right up for Elwood. He couldn't get it to drop, though. Pollock will get charged with a foul as he went over the top of Manuel. Over the back foul on DeSales. Will give Lycoming the ball back. And Darnell Vaughn will check in for the first time for DeSales. Vaughn, a sophomore out of Wilmington, Delaware, averaging 6.8 points a game. Had 7 in the meeting on Saturday, all right consecutively in a big run for DeSales that would extend their lead to 18. Manuel at the foul line. Now Dangerfield from the right wing. Pollock comes out late. Shot doesn't fall. Fight for the rebound won by Dat Lambert as he went up with Edmond. Now Vaughn, left wing three, up too strong, and the rebound by Dangerfield. Dangerfield with a head of steam into the paint, almost lost the ball as Pollock tried to pick his pocket. Now out to Hamilton. Hamilton from the foul line, up and good. Makes it Lycoming back with the lead, 12-11. It's really been never more than a one-possession game all day. Eberly on the right wing. Lambert. Now Pollock. He gets it out to Elwood. Now Lambert. 14 on the clock. Eberly at the foul line. Looks to drive on Edmond. Puts it up and in. Strong move by the DeSales freshman as he challenged the big guy for Lycoming, Edmond. And he was able to get by him for the basket and give DeSales the lead back. Blackson now manual. He's looking down low. Edmond will have a foul. And maybe not the worst foul if you're DeSales, is Vaughn charged with the foul. A mismatch down low. Vaughn on Edmond. It'll be a baseline inbounds. Is checking back into the game for the Warriors is Mo Terry. And Terry will get the basketball, lost it. Edmond got it back. A fortuitous bounce to avoid the turnover for Lycoming. Now they do turn it over, as this time Dat Lambert gets the steal off the pass from Terry, as he just tried to feed it through two people, couldn't get it there. Now Pollock with the basketball. Hamilton on him. Both teams playing pressing man-to-man. Vaughn, high post, and Eberle. Eberle will put the ball on the floor, and now look down low for Vaughn. Vaughn, his shot was partially blocked by Edmond. Now Pollock into the lane, a floater too hard off the glass. Ball still on the floor, and now Mo Terry will calm things down as he picks up a rebound. Dangerfield will drive to the basket, gets cut off, and back out to Terry. 19 on the clock, Hamilton with the basketball. Now the left wing in Dangerfield. Dangerfield will bring it back and set the offense back up. Hamilton, defender didn't come out, but he missed the three. Almost walking with the basketball was Vaughn, as Edwards will come back in along with Mitchell at the next stoppage. Lambert, offensive foul on Lambert. Dat Lambert got charged with the foul. And that will be the third foul on DeSales as a team, the first foul on Lambert. That brings Barnes and Edwards back into the contest. Blackson with the basketball, trying to get by Barnes. He does a good job to stop his dribble. DeSales holding a 1-point lead, 13-12. They get it down low to the post. Edmond. Edwards on him. Edmond looking to go. He will put it up. Can't get it to fall, though. And the rebound by Timmy Edwards. Up court to Lambert. Lambert put the dribble down and then didn't have anywhere to go. Had to pick it up. Barnes with Hamilton on him. Now high post for Edwards. Edwards spin move in the lane. Puts it up. Can't get it to drop. Tip doesn't go. And the rebound is finally controlled by Hamilton. Hamilton with Lambert on him. Goes to the basket. Can get it to fall. Stephen Hamilton with the basket. Gives Lycoming the lead back as Edwards trying to go the other way into the paint. Gets his shot rejected. And now Terry gets rid of the basketball to Hamilton, and it'll be Lycoming possession. Hamilton, Lambert on him. 8:40 to go. First half. Three by Edmond doesn't fall. Defense didn't come out, and they didn't get burned on a wide open three by Edmond if you're DeSales. As Barnes with the basketball. High post Edwards. He will pull up right from the foul line. Can't get it to drop. And Hamilton will bring it up the court. Down low, they're looking for Edmond on Edwards. Edmond, this time he'll get it to go. Turnaround hook. And it gives Lycoming their largest lead at three, 16-13. Elwood, Edwards in the corner. Now Eberle straight away. And a turnover for DeSales. Lambert went the wrong way. That'll bring into the ballgame for the first time Jordan Holmquist, a sophomore out of Bangor, Pennsylvania. And also Kaba Mitchell will come back into the game. As Hamilton will bring it into the forecourt. DeSales offensively, they've been scoreless for the last 3:52. 1 for 9 on their last 10 shot attempts. Now Elwood out in the open floor, puts it up, doesn't get it to fall. And Hamilton comes down with the basketball. And he will go. Pull it back out, get it to Ila Dugway. Now Hamilton and Blackson. Blackson gets double teamed, gets it to Terry. Terry Holmquist on him, gets stuck, but puts it up in a foul. Foul will go on, if it's Mitchell, it's his second. Will be Caba Mitchell charged with the foul. And they call it only his first, only one foul on Caba Mitchell. Terry to the line, he's shooting 61% from the foul line. And the foul shot by Terry up, no good. The rebound fought for and out of bounds. It'll go to DeSales, as taking the basketball with him out of bounds was Blackson. As Barnes will bring it into the forecourt. Elwood. He'll drive into the lane. Pass deflected. Now Mitchell, he'll get blocked, but a late foul call. And Mitchell will head to the line for two. The foul on Edmond, his first. Mitchell over the line for two shots. Made his only foul shot today so far. First one is up, hits off back iron and won't fall. And the second one by Mitchell, that also won't go. And with the basketball, Hamilton in the forecourt. High post Edmond. 10 on the clock. Outside Edmond, he's looking three. That's no good. The rebound out of bounds will stay with Lycoming. Back in Boylan, back in Eberly, back in Dangerfield for Lycoming. As out goes Pollock and Elwood for DeSales. Harward will come back in with his two personal fouls to replace Edmond. And if you're DeSales, you might want to just go straight at the Lycoming big guy. He gets the basketball right here, working on Mitchell. Down low, Harward. He's going to turn around, try to make a play on Mitchell. Can't. Rebound DeSales as Harward falls to the deck, no call. Now Barnes with the basketball. He will drive into the lane. Puts it up, puts it in. DeSales, their first basket in the last 5:14. Makes it a three-point game, 18-15. As Dangerfield, they'll kick it out to Harward. He did not have the open look for three. We'll have a foul stay right here on Jordan Holmquist as he got tangled up with Stephen Hamilton. First foul on Holmquist, fifth on the team. Lycoming will inbound. Blackson gets a Harward screen. He pops, but they couldn't find him. Now defender falls down, and a layup by Blackson. Barnes. Eberly. Now Barnes again. Crossover dribble into the paint. Kicks it out for a Boylan three. That's up too long. Rebound Eberly. He's looking to put it up. Can't get it to drop. Mitchell taps it. Doesn't go. Ball still on the floor, and Dangerfield comes away with the basketball, and he gets fouled. Sixth on the team, so no foul shots yet. Harward will check out. In the ball game for the first time for DeSales is Christian Goulden, a freshman out of Penridge, Pennsylvania. Getting his first action today. 5:09 on the first period clock. Lycoming with the lead, 20-15 over DeSales in the Mac Freedom Final. Mitchell will pick up his second on a hold. That'll be a 1-and-1. Edmond will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Timmy Edwards will check back in for DeSales. He will replace Mitchell, who picked up his second. Edmond, 2 shots. First one up and goes in. Makes it a 21-15 ball game, largest lead for Lycoming. And now the second shot for Edmond. That is up. That's also good. And Barnes with the basketball will bring it into the forecourt. Bulldogs trailing by 7, 22-15. DeSales has not shot the ball well, only shooting 27%. And they lost the basketball again. Turnover off the hand of Edwards. Looked like it was tipped away by Lycoming, but the call off Edwards. And a timeout DeSales, first timeout of the game, will be called by DeSales as they trail by 7. Lycoming has the basketball is here on the DeSales University Sports Network. DeSales offers both on-campus and virtual tours for interested students. Schedule your tour today at www.desales.edu/visit or give admissions a call with any questions you have about applying at DeSales. That number is 1-8774-DeSales. We hope to see you soon on campus, and go Bulldogs. 22-15, DeSales trails Lycoming. Mac Freedom final, 4:51 to go in the first half. Looking at the numbers, Timmy Edwards with 8 points for DeSales. 3 for Caba Mitchell, 2 for Eberly, 2 for Barnes. For Lycoming, they've gotten, of the players that have gotten in, the only player that hasn't scored is Dangerfield. They've gotten 9 guys in the game. 8 of the 9 guys have scored. They're led by Edmond with 6. DeSales is shooting 27% from the field, have not made a triple, 50% from the line. Lycoming shooting 45% from field. The difference in this ball game is the shooting ability right now of DeSales. They've not been able to make shots. They've gotten a lot of open looks around the paint. Some of them have been well-defended looks, especially inside when Harward's been in there, but they've struggled shooting the basketball. They've been 1 for 10 their last 10 field goals, 0 for 5 from 3. And Lycoming has gone on a 10-2 run, as DeSales at one point led this game by 3, 12-9. But Lycoming on that 10-2 run has made it 22-15. They have the basketball as Dangerfield brings it into the forecourt. Dangerfield, nobody came out on him. He'll pull up for 3, make it a 10-point game. Big bucket by Darius Dangerfield as nobody came out defensively to stop the senior guard. As another DeSales turnover, just a lazy pass. Boylan couldn't catch it. Hamilton outside shot. That's up and good. 2 straight triples makes it a 13-point lead. As Barnes with the basketball. Hamilton on him. Up. Gets it not to go. Goulden almost got the ball. Now he does, and we'll have a foul on Hamilton. That foul will go on Dangerfield, his first. 1-and-1 for Goulden. Goulden the line, a 1-and-1. Shot is up, and it is no good. Rattled around, looked like it wasn't going to drop, but got it to go. Makes it a 12-point game. First point of the day for Christian Goulden. And the second shot for Goulden is up and good. Lambert back in to replace Goulden. Lycoming to inbounds. DeSales will press this time. Haven't pressed yet today, and Lycoming breaks the pressure pretty easily. Now Hamilton into the lane. Down low looking for Edmond. He puts it up and in. And that time, defensively, the press maybe hurt DeSales more than it helped them, as it gave Edmond the wide open look. Outside Edwards. He was open, decided not to take the 3. Only has 2 of them on the year. Now Elwood will drive. kick it back out, but kick it to nobody, as in the passing lane was Dangerfield. Dangerfield with the basketball, Lambert on him. Down low, Edmond. And Edmond will be fouled. He'll head to the line for a 1-and-1. One and one for Edmond, made his first 2 foul shots. That one will drop as a hit off back iron, front iron, and fell. And now a second shot for Edmond. And that shot is up and no good. The rebound, Mason Barnes. DeSales trails by 14, 31-17. They have the basketball. Elwood into the corner, Eberly. And now back out to Lambert. Lambert finds Barnes. Edwards thought about a 3, instead will drive. Try to get by Edmond, and ball goes out of bounds off of DeSales. Dangerfield into the forecourt. And down low, another defensive breakdown by DeSales. As an easy layup by Edmond. He now has 9. Outside Edwards. Now Eberly. Barnes in the lane. Kicks it out for Elwood. Now back to Barnes for a 3. That doesn't fall. The rebound knocked around and picked up by Edmond. Hamilton from 10. That falls, makes it a 35-17 game. Lycoming up by 18, 2:21 to go in the first half. And DeSales calls a timeout. Right now, it's as simple as DeSales is not making shots. They're turning the basketball over. They now have 6 turnovers, and they're shooting it at a 22% clip, while Lycoming is shooting 55%. And you look at the half that Lycoming has had. They were not shooting the ball that well beginning of the first half, but they've shot it better off of a couple of DeSales turnovers, live ball turnovers that they were able to get in the lane, get a couple of easy baskets. That being said, if you're DeSales, you're not too entirely unhappy with where you are with the amount of points that Lycoming has scored, 35.5, but offensively, DeSales is 6 for 25 shooting the basketball, and that's where their struggles have been. Not as much on the defensive end. They've had a couple of defensive breakdowns the past 2 possessions, but before that, they did some good things defensively. They're just having a hard time as another turnover. Everly couldn't catch the basketball. The 7th on the day for DeSales. Dangerfield with it. Now Hamilton. Down low, Edmond kicks it out for Hamilton. Now to Blackson on the left wing. Down low, Edmond. Edmond will get doubled. And good backdoor play. Pass by Edmond. Makes it 37-17. 1:45 to go. Edwards. Now Elwood. Elwood will pull up for 3. That doesn't go. Rebound Eberly. He almost lost the basketball. Now second chance opportunity doesn't go. And Hamilton. Hamilton on the left wing. 1:23 in the half. Hamilton will drive to the basket. Put it up. Get fouled. And will head to the line for 2 shots. Edwards will pick up his first foul, the 9th team foul. And the shot by Hamilton is up and good. He now has 9 points. Second one by Hamilton, that's also good. Make it a 22-point game, 39-17. Barnes. Lambert. Lambert will drive, get fouled, and basket will count. Foul on Edmond. That's his second. Now a little bit of foul trouble if you're Lycoming. Both the big guys for Lycoming, Edmond and Harward, have both picked up 2 fouls, but they do lead by 20. 39-19, 59 seconds to go in the half. One shot for Lambert. That shot is up and it falls. Makes it 20-39. As Dangerfield with the basketball, DeSales will bring in a little bit of a three-quarter court press. Pass down low to Terry. He gets blocked. Barnes comes away with the basketball. He'll head to the line for a 1-and-1. As 2 shots now for the DeSales freshman Mason Barnes. Barnes on the year, he's shooting 68.8% from the foul line. Barnes foul shot up, doesn't fall, rattled around. Manuel with the rebound. Now Terry into the lane, can't get it to go, but he'll go to the line for 2. Eberle will pick up his second foul. And Terry to the line to shoot 1. Shot up, shot no good by Terry. He couldn't get it to drop. He's shooting 60% from the foul line on the year. Ryan Boylan will come back in for DeSales. Oh, is it gonna? No, they decide that they're not going to bring him in. At least not now. And now Boylan will come in. He let Dugway back in for Boylan will inbound. Slight pressure by Lycoming. They lead by 20, 40-20. 36 seconds to go in the half. Barnes, high post Edwards. He'll kick it out for a Lambert. 3 from the right wing. That's up, doesn't fall. Rebound Lycoming. And they don't need to shoot. Look for one shot here, as they already have a 20-point lead going to the half, looking for one good shot to cap off a phenomenal first half if you're Lycoming. Dangerfield will take that shot. He won't hit it, though. Ball will go out of bounds. Nope, doesn't. Saved by Manuel. He gets it to Boylan. They throw it up at the buzzer, and that doesn't fall. We head to the half. It's Lycoming 40, DeSales 20 here on the DeSales University Sports Network. Back here at DeSales, about to start the second half, a little over 2 minutes before the start of the second half. It's Lycoming 40, DeSales 20 here in the Mac Freedom Championship game. And shooting can really sum up this whole first half. DeSales shot 7 for 30 from the field, 23.3%. Lycoming shot 16 for 30, same amount of shots. They made 16, DeSales made 7, 53% from the field. And they have the 20-point advantage. They also made 2 threes. DeSales 0 for 8 from the 3. From the foul line, both teams made 6 shots. Lycoming on 6 of 9 shooting, DeSales on 6 of 10. DeSales winning the rebound battle, 21-20. Offensive rebounds, DeSales has 8. Lycoming has 3. 17 for Lycoming on the defensive side, 13 for DeSales. 2 ties, 8 lead changes. If you're DeSales, defensively, there were some defensive breakdowns at the end of the half, but for the most of the half, DeSales defensively did what they wanted to do defensively, but it's just been the shooting and some of the missed shots on long rebounds that have turned into transition for Lycoming that create this 20-point leader. Lack of made shots. I mean, DeSales shooting 23% from the floor. That's probably the biggest storyline. The other big storyline that Lycoming, their 2 bigs, Edmond and Harward, both have 2 fouls. So if you're DeSales wanting to get back into this game, you're definitely going to look at trying to get those guys into a little more foul trouble. First half statistics. Just give me a couple more stats. Scoring, 11 for Edmond, 11 for Hamilton, 2 for Blackson, 2 for Illidugway, 3 for Terry, 4 for Dangerfield. Harward has 2 and 6 for Manuel. For DeSales, 8 for Edwards, 3 for Mitchell, 2 for Barnes, 2 for Eberly, 3 for Lambert, and 2 for Goulden. That's your first half stats. As DeSales holding a deficit of 20 points. 40-20, they trail. As we're just about ready for second half action, DeSales will get the basketball to start the second half. Both teams now coming back onto the floor as we're ready for the final half of basketball in the Mac Freedom this year. Boylan to trigger the inbound. And now Barnes with the basketball. Down low, turnover. DeSales, their 8th. Getting the basketball was Dangerfield, and he will run and pull it back up as there was nothing there. Down low, Harward, Edwards on him. Harward looking to go. He turns around to the baseline. His shot's blocked by Mitchell, but a foul will be called on Edwards, his second. And Harward will go to the line where he's shooting the ball at an 84% clip. Harward shot up and good. He has one more coming to him. Largest lead for Lycoming was 22. They now lead it by 21. And the second shot by Harward is also up and good, makes it a 22-point game. They tie their largest lead with 19:36 to go the second half. Mitchell. Now Edwards. Edwards will drive. Harward stands up in defense, but he gets the shot to fall over him. Cuts the lead back to 20. And now Dangerfield. Left wing. And the right wing in Terry. Terry puts the ball on the ground, gets it down low to Harward in the paint. Now back out to Terry. Terry will get a screen by Harward, and now back to him. Dangerfield with 10 on the clock. He'll drive into the lane. Gets stuck and loses the basketball. Now they kick it out for Manuel 3. He puts it up, gets it to fall. DeAndre Manuel with the triple. Gives Lycoming their largest lead of the game. For Manuel on the year, he's making those at a 40% clip. Edwards straight away. They look back door. Good pass to Boylan. Couldn't do anything with it. Now they get back to Edwards. Edwards in the lane. Puts it up. Can't get it to drop. And Harward with the rebound. Dangerfield. Now to Illidugway. He gets right by his defender, but he didn't take the basketball with him. Now the ball on the floor. and a turnover for Lycoming. Boylan, left wing for Elwood. He will drive, put it up, get it to fall. Cut the lead now to 21 for Lycoming. As if you're DeSales, you just want to incremental steps. Try to get it under 20, then 15, then 10, and so on. As Ela Dugway, down low for Manuel. Manuel puts it up, can't get it to fall. Second opportunity doesn't go. Now the ball on the floor. And the rebound by Dangerfield. Hilvey, nope, stepped on the baseline. Stepping out of bounds is Dangerfield. He'll turn it over. Looked like it should have been a foul on DeSales, as putting a hip right into him was Barnes, but turnover. Bulldogs ball. Barnes. Now Mitchell. High post and Edwards. Fakes, goes to the basket, he'll be fouled. It's either going to be on Manuel or Harward. They get it on Manuel. Second foul on Manuel, first of the half. Edwards, he's 1 for 2 today from the foul line. Shooting it at around 50% on the year. That one's up and good. Give Edwards 11. Ties Hamilton and Edmond for the leading scorers in the game. Edwards on the year averaging 20 points a game. Second one is up, also good. Cuts the lead under 20. It's 19, 26 for DeSales, 45 for Lycoming. And now Ela Dugway, high post Manuel, left wing for Dangerfield. Now a Terry three is up. That won't fall. The rebound knocked around out of bounds will stay with Lycoming. Dangerfield will inbound. 20 on the clock on the reset. And now Terry. And a Harward. Ela Dugway gets a screen by Harward. He thought about a three, but Edwards came closed out. Made it so he couldn't get the shot up. Now Terry into the paint, outside Manuel. He will drive into the paint, lost the basketball. 2 on the clock down low. Shot clock expired. No shot, don't count the basket. Shot clock violation on Lycoming is just not being able to get the shot off in time was Harward as the basket went, but it was after the shot clock buzzer had sounded. $16:53 to go. Now Edwards. In the post against Harward. Spins off him, puts it up, gets it to fall. Timmy Edwards with now 14 points as Terry with the basketball. 16:30 to go in the second half. Down low and a foul. As a collision after the foul as Mitchell flew into Harward, but that was not who the foul is going to be called on. It's going to go on Aiden Elwood. They had a mismatch there. And Elwood picked up the foul. First on Elwood, second on the team. Baseline inbound for Lycoming as Dangerfield will bring it in. They get into Harward. He's looking to go on Edwards. Harward turns, puts it up, doesn't get it to fall. The tap by Terry will go, though, as nobody for DeSales blocked out Mo Terry. And he gets the basket to drop. He now has 3 points. Backdoor to Barnes, lost the basketball. Dangerfield in the open floor, he'll pull up. See nothing there as the defense got back in transition for DeSales, and now Terry. From the foul line, a floater doesn't fall. Harward with the rebound. He puts it up. He gets it to drop. Makes it back to a 21-point Lycoming lead as DeSales had cut the deficit to 17 momentarily. Now Mitchell flying through the air. He'll pick up the third on Manuel and he'll head to the line for 2 shots. In at the next horn will be Blackson, as Mitchell will get 2. Also, Holmquist back in for DeSales. Shot up and no good by Mitchell. Mitchell on the year, 58% foul shooter. His subs for both teams come in. Lycoming, they have been to the title game in the MAC Freedom 2 other times than this. That was back in 2004 and 2002. They've not been in the MAC Freedom playoffs in the last 17 years. That's because they haven't been in the MAC Freedom Conference since 2007. They've been in the Commonwealth since then. They've won championships in the Commonwealth in 16, 17, and then last year in 20. Total, that's 5 championships in the last 20 years. In the last 10 years, Lycoming has played in 10 finals, winning 5 of them. Outside shot is blocked by DeSales off the hands of Hamilton. Looked like he might have gotten fouled, though, but no call. Now Holmquist from the foul line will pull up, get it to fall, make it a 19-point game, 30-49. And DeSales, they have been in a total of 11 MAC Freedom finals. They have won 4 of them, 11 in the past 16 years. Traveling will be the call on Moteri. Timmy Edwards will come back in. So both of these teams with good history in the league finals, both of them been there very recently. DeSales winning 2 years ago and Lycoming winning last year. As Elwood with the basketball, Hamilton on him. Now Holmquist almost lost it. Blackson defensively right in his face. 16 on the clock, they get it to Elwood. Now Lambert. Lambert thought about a 3. Defender flew by him. He now puts it up, doesn't get it to fall. On the floor, he can't get it. Now we'll have a held ball. Actually, we won't have a held ball because the possession arrow would be favoring Lycoming, but they pointed that DeSales will get the basketball. So a travel was actually called. That was the call, not a held ball. And now Elwood from the left corner, up, no good for 3. DeSales, they still haven't hit a triple. They're 0 for 10 from beyond the arc. Lycoming 3 for 13. Harward with the basketball, 14:09 to go in the quarter. Now back outside Harward. Looking for Terry backdoor. Instead, they can't find him, so they get it out to Dangerfield. 5 on the clock. Dangerfield on Lambert. Dangerfield pull up from 15. That doesn't fall. The rebound by Elwood. DeSales trailing by 19, 49-30. With the basketball, 13:42 to go in the second half. Holmquist gets an Everly screen. Now will drive. Think about the pull-up. Instead, get it down low to Timmy Edwards. Edwards, shot in the lane, doesn't fall, and over the back foul by Timmy Edwards. And if you had a textbook definitions of fouls, that foul by Elijah Everly would be the picture you would put next to an over-the-back foul as he tried to jump over Moteri and went right up his back. Now it will be Lycoming ball after the foul on DeSales. They get it up to Manuel, almost a turnover, but Manuel was the right player at the right time as it went off the hands of Hamilton. Now Hamilton has the basketball. Holmquist on him, near side corner, and Blackson. Blackson drives in the lane. Pull-up floater will fall. Back to a 21-point advantage with 13:06 to go. Holmquist. Now Lambert. Lambert, give a foul on Blackson for a hold. Second on Blackson. And now with the basketball is Jordan Holmquist off the inbounds. Holmquist to Eberly. Eberly, look. And now they'll make the call of travel. That's That's the correct call because Everly went up and down with the basketball. Went up for the shot, came down. It was a late call, but it looked like it's the right one because, as I said, Everly went up as if he was and faked a shot, but came back down and had not shot the basketball. Now Manuel driving on Everly, threw it off the backboard and almost out of bounds, right to DeSales. Now getting pressured with the basketball is Lambert. He will get fouled. And now a big collision by Edmond. And the foul will go on Blackson. Lambert will inbound. 12:15 to go. Second half. Lycoming 51, DeSales 30, Mac Freedom Championship game. Holmquist, now Goulden. Goulden. Goulden gets a screen by Edwards. He'll have a foul on Dangerfield for pushing through that Edwards screen. Second on Dangerfield in the half. And it'll be DeSales' ball on the near side inbound. Holmquist. He will drive. Out to Goulden. He shoots a contested three. That doesn't fall. DeSales, they still have not been able to get one to go from outside. They're 0 for 11. Really struggled shooting the basketball, especially from behind the three-point line today. From the floor, they've improved from their first half number. They're now shooting the ball 28% as Blackson, Manuel. And now Hamilton will drive into the paint. Pull up in the lane, doesn't fall. And the rebound, Mitchell. Holmquist. Give and go with Mitchell. Will pull up for three. And Lycoming will save the basketball in, and they'll have possession after the missed three by Holmquist. Manuel in the high post, out to Hamilton, now to the near side corner, and Blackson. His shot doesn't fall. Manuel flying through the air, couldn't get the rebound, and now DeSales with a 5-on-4, but Manuel quickly gets back. Everly trying to go on Edmond. They kick it out to Goulden. Goulden looking for Mitchell in the post, but he can't get it there. And now they find Everly on the other side working on Edmond. The shot doesn't go. It went out of bounds off of DeSales. And back in Barnes, back in Edwards for the Bulldogs. Lycoming will inbound. We'll have a travel as trying to get rid of the basketball with Zilla Dugway, but couldn't do it before he traveled. So it'll be DeSales' possession now. Lambert will inbound. They get it out to Everly. And now Barnes. Everly to the basket. He finishes for two. Everly with his second field goal of the game. He now has 4. And Dangerfield in the lane, kicks it out to Edmond, now out to Zilla Dugway. And now Manuel from just inside the foul line puts it up and gets it to fall. Second half has been much more back and forth than the end of the first half was, as both teams trading baskets almost every possession. Everly in the paint. They get it to Edwards. Edwards puts it up can't get it to fall. Now Eberly gets the rebound. He puts it up, can't get it to drop. And Lambert will get it back. Lambert kicks that out to Holmquist. Holmquist thought three, instead down low to Edwards. Edwards. And a held ball will go over to DeSales. And a timeout DeSales, 32nd timeout. DeSales trailing Lycoming 53-32 here on the DeSales University Sports Network. 9:21 to go in the second half. Both teams back out onto the court as it's Lambert, Holmquist, Barnes, Edwards, and Mitchell for DeSales. For Lycoming, Terry, Hamilton, Iladugwe, Manuel, and Edmond. And getting a steal on the backcourt play is Barnes, blocking foul, and Barnes will head to the line for 2 shots. Hamilton will pick up the foul. His first. Barnes, the foul shot up and good. And now one more for Mason Barnes. Second shot by Barnes is up and also good. He goes 2 for 2. And now DeSales will press down by 19 with 9:10 to go. And that almost turned into another turnover, but Terry will get it. Hamilton to the basket. His shot didn't go, but a foul on Mitchell. He'll pick up his third. Two shots for Hamilton. On the year, 69% foul shooter. First shot up, and it will drop. Extend the Lycoming lead to 20, 54-34. Second shot is up. That does not go. The rebound, though, by Manuel. And Dangerfield will control the basketball. Dangerfield on Barnes. Now Dangerfield. 5 on the clock. Down low, they're trying to get it to Hamilton. He turns on Holmquist, gets it up. It won't fall. Edmond with the rebound. He puts it up and in. He now has 13. Barnes back door, almost turns it over. Now it'll stay with DeSales as it went off the hand of Manuel. Looked like it was going to be a turnover after the pass in front of the basket by Barnes was knocked free by Manuel and then went off at DeSales' hand, but it must have been Manuel who got back on it before the ball went out of play. They'll get it in Eberly. He couldn't catch the basketball. Turnover this time was an almost turnover on the last possession. That time they did get it on the errant pass for Eberly. Lycoming with the basketball. Down low, Harward. He's back in the game. He's been quiet today. Picked up the early fouls and then missed the majority of the first half with the 2 personal fouls. Now Hamilton outside. A Manuel 3 is up and good. DeAndre Manuel with another 3, his second of the game, extends Lycoming's lead to their largest at 25. And it's really been all Lycoming probably the last 20 minutes of game action. DeSales cut it to 17, but was not able to get any closer than that. Outside Barnes trying to match with a three, doesn't fall. DeSales still has not been able to get it going from outside the rebound by Lycoming. Dangerfield. Lycoming looking to maybe slow it down a little bit, run a little bit of clock as they hold 25 with 7 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Instead, they have a Terry three out of the corner. Manuel tried for the putback slam. Foul will be called. The push in the back will be called on DeSales, and that's probably what might have caused the miss on the putback attempt, because it looked like he was going to fly through the air and get the easy opportunity. He'll head the line for 2 shots. Barnes gets called for the foul. We'll have a timeout DeSales here on the DeSales University Sports Network. That'll be a full timeout. 59-34. DeSales trailing Lycoming and Mac Freedom final. Last night, the DeSales University women won the Mac Freedom Women's Championship right here on the Bolero Hall floor. They won that game by a 66-34 score over Delaware Valley, clinching their 3rd straight MAC championship victory. Also last night, Albright defeated Lebanon Valley in the MAC Commonwealth Men's Championship, and also in the Women's Championship. Messiah defeated Widener last night. So this is the final of the 4 championship MAC conference games, as the first 3 were played last night. There's also a couple of crossover games that are being played today, as we'll try to get you a couple scores from those basketball games. As we have 7:03 left here in the MAC Freedom final, it's Lycoming with the lead, 59-34. As both teams about to come out of the timeout huddle. It'll be 2 shots for Manuel when play resumes after the timeout. Two other games going on tonight, Delaware Valley and Widener, and Stevenson and Eastern. Foul shot up, no good by Manuel. Right now, Stevenson beating Eastern by a 44-34 score in that ball game. Second foul shot is good by Manuel. In the Delaware Valley Widener game, we'll try to get you an update of that score, but as of right now, we have no scoring update on that basketball game. Lambert in the lane, pulls up for 2, gets it to drop. Dat Lambert with the finish. For Lambert, that's his 2nd field goal of the game. Other way, Terry. And now outside to Dangerfield. Dangerfield, he'll get fouled. And the foul will go on Will Pollock, who's back in there for DeSales. And now Dangerfield will get the inbound. Harward, high post, and now to Dangerfield. He'll drive into the paint, gets it to Harward. Great pass, but a block by Lambert for DeSales, as Elwood will push the pace the other way. Edwards into the lane, Euro step, no finish though. Pollock goes out of bounds with the basketball, and it will be Lycoming ball. DeSales will press. And now the other way, Manuel. Another block by Lambert. Smallest guy on the court, just got 2 straight blocks for DeSales. And if he doesn't get that block, it would be an easy shot for Manuel. Timeout Lycoming. 6 minutes to go. Lycoming leads it 60-36. MAC Freedom final here on the DeSales University Sports Network. Look at some of the stats so far. Edwards leads DeSales in points with 14. Manuel, he's at a big second half. He now leads Lycoming with 15 points. does DeAndre Manuel really come alive in the past couple of minutes on a couple of putbacks. And some other big plays. As Lycoming back out onto the floor. And DeSales will join them. Lycoming to inbound on the baseline. And a pass is stolen away by Dat Lambert. Turnover for Lycoming. For the Warriors, that is their 12th. Outside Eberly. Now back to Lambert. Lambert gets an Eberly screen. Thought about a three. Couldn't get the shot off. Now to Edwards. 12 on the clock. Lambert will put it up. Get fouled. Almost get it to drop. Dat Lambert will head to the line for 3 shots. The foul on Mo Terry. Three shots for Lambert. Here's the first. It's up and it is good. Now the second shot for Lambert. And that one is up and also good. Blackson back in for Lycoming. And the third shot is also good. 3 for 3 for Lambert. He's 4 for 4 on the foul line today so far. And a trap by DeSales. Almost turns into a turnover, but now Manuel will finish with the slam. DeAndre Manuel. High flying finish. Almost had one 2 possessions ago, but this time he got the slam. Outside Elwood. Will drive into the paint. Lost the basketball, but got it back as it was deflected right to him. Outside shot by Lambert is up and good. The first 3 of the game for DeSales. They were 0 for 13, now 1 for 14 as the triple up and good by Dat Lambert. Give him 11. Second Bulldog in double figures. Makes it a 20-point game, 62-42. In the lane, that is a shot up and good by Blackson. If you're DeSales now, you're, along with working against a 22-point deficit, you're also really working against the clock. Only 4:41 to go in this MAC Freedom Championship. Lambert thought about another 3. Instead, will have to dish off to Edwards. He will drive on Harward into the paint. Edwards for 2. He now has 16. And Timmy Edwards having a good ball game. Has another field goal for the DeSales senior. Dangerfield. Down low, Manuel. He finishes. Manuel now with 19 points. He's come alive. Barnes to Elwood. Elwood in the lane. Runner is way off. And Manuel comes down with the carom. Manuel's 6th rebound. Dangerfield. Outside shot by Darius. Doesn't fall, and DeSales with the rebound. Left wing 3 by Barnes. That's good. And a timeout DeSales as they've cut it under 20. It's 19, 66-47. And a full timeout for DeSales. They actually will make it a 30-second timeout. Now it's going to be a full timeout. So full timeout DeSales, 3:34 to go. 66-47. Lycoming with the lead. In the first half, DeAndre Emanuel, he had 6 points. He's come alive in the second half. He has 13 on 8 for 12 shooting, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc, and 1 for 2 from the foul line in a monster jam about a minute ago in game action off a DeSales turnover. The other score from out of town, Stevenson up on top of Eastern 47-43. And then in baseball, DeSales defeated FDU Florham in the first game of 2 by a 10-13 score. We'll be here tomorrow. 2 ball games that you can see on the DeSales University Sports Network. In the second game, DeSales, they also won that game 13-3, as they now improved to 5-1 on the year. And again, you can catch that tomorrow on the DeSales University Sports Network, 12 and 2:30. Start times for those ball games. Harward with the basketball. DeSales will trap, down 19. 3:28 to go. And they do get a steal. Eberle with the basketball. He will fly and finish with the slam of his own. Has some high acrobatic finishes on both sides as Boylan won't get the steal and tried to save it. And now they'll talk about if they're going to reset the shot clock or not. Looks like they'll keep it at 24. Goulden will come back in. He will replace Ryan Boylan. We'll have a timeout for Lycoming, 30-second timeout. So, DeSales trailing Lycoming, 66-49. They trail by 17 in the second half, 3:11 to go in the Mac Freedom Championship. Lycoming's looking to win 2 straight conference championships. They won last year versus Arcadia. That was a good ball game at Arcadia. They were the higher seed. They were the 4th seed. And like Arcadia, the 2 seed, had the home game, and they went to Arcadia and won the basketball game. 2 straight years that they were the lower seed, and right now have a good position to clinch a Mac Freedom Championship if they can get 3 minutes and 9 seconds off the clock. But DeSales on a comeback travel. Turnover by Harward. Barnes will have the basketball. Edwards will come back in. 3:05 to go. A little bit of life for DeSales as they trail by 17, 66-49 with the basketball. 3:04 to go. Barnes, he will drive to the basket, puts it up, can't get it to fall. Harward with the rebound. And now Dangerfield is. Eberle almost got a steal, but they get it up ahead. Manuel. He will stop in the lane, kick it back out to Harward. Now, Blackson, no need to shoot for him. As if you're Lycoming, you're going to run a little bit of clock as you lead by 17 with a little over 2 to go. Now Harward in the post. He's looking to go. On Eberle, doesn't get it to fall. The rebound picked up by Goulden, but in doing a spin move to get away from the defender manually travels. Mitchell will check back in. And Edwards will check out. Dangerfield inbound. Dangerfield will pull it out with 2:25 to go. Yo-yo dribble as he runs the shot clock down to 10. Probably will go at about 6. He will go. Dangerfield on Mitchell. The defensive mismatch, but an outside shot by Terry is up, doesn't go back iron. Good job by, if you're Lycoming, to get the matchup that you wanted as a shot block by Edmond. And DeSales will get it back. Edwards will check back in. Goulden to inbound. Gets it into Lambert. Lambert working on Blackson. And an offensive foul. No, out of bounds on Lambert. Lycoming basketball. Terry looking to get it in off the foot of Eberle. That will go out of play. Kickball violation. Dangerfield with it. They get it up to Terry. And now to Hamilton. Back to Dangerfield. 20 on the clock. Dangerfield still with the basketball as Barnes trying to poke it away. Now 6 on the clock. They get it down low to Edmond. He's looking to go on Eberle. Turn and finish. DeAndre Edmond with the basket. He now has 15. And it's back to a 19-point lead for Lycoming. Goulden in the lane. Doesn't get it to fall. And now Eberle will get it to drop. Terry. And now Dangerfield, and they break the pressure with 1 minute and 2 seconds to go. Under a minute here in the Mac Freedom Final. Lycoming with the basketball. They lead by 17 points, 68-51. Dangerfield, Barnes, he's working on him. And Dangerfield will drive, kick it out. Edmond, he'll try a three. That's up. That doesn't fall. And the rebound, DeSales, is shot clock, game clock differential, 8 seconds. Eberle will give it to Mitchell, who will finish with the slam. And I will have a timeout. Actually, we'll have a reset of the clock as it should have stopped after the made basket. It's still under what would be for a shot clock reset. So Lycoming can run out the clock and win their second straight conference title. Their first in the MAC Freedom since 2004. As Terry with the basketball, he needs to get it over the half-court line, though. And Mitchell with a foul, maybe the most inconsequential foul of the year, but it will be the 4th foul on Caba Mitchell. And that will send Mo Terry to the line, and Lycoming right now, they can see the championship they're about to get. 23 seconds on the clock. The shot by Terry is up and good. Makes it 69-53. And one more for Terry at the line. That doesn't fall. The rebound by Caba Mitchell. And DeSales will get it up. No, they'll turn it over. Pass going way over the head of Goulden. And it'll be another opportunity for the Warriors to run out the clock. Dangerfield will have the basketball, and he'll run the clock out. 8 seconds left on the clock. Final score, Lycoming 69, DeSales 53. They win the 2021 MAC Freedom Men's Basketball Championship. As they were led by DeAndre Manuel with 19 points. And they win their first MAC Freedom Championship since 2004. We'll now send it down to the public address announcer, Joe Mosco, for the presentation of the trophy and the MAC Freedom Tournament MVP.
At this time, we'd like to draw your attention to the court where Lycoming College head basketball coach Mike McGarvey will present some special awards. First, we'd like to congratulate runner-up DeSales University on an excellent season and have a round of applause to recognize the success of the Bulldogs men's basketball team. And now head coach Mike McGarvey is honoring this year's tournament most valuable player. The 2021 Mac Freedom Men's Basketball Tournament most valuable player from Lycoming is number 24, DeAndre Manuel. And now the team will join head coach Mike McGarvey at center court. First to be joined by the captains to congratulate the captains on the 2021 Mac Freedom Men's Basketball Championship. And now the rest of the team can join the team captains, your 2021 Mac Freedom champions, the Lycoming College Warriors. Thank you for attending tonight's championship game. Please arrive home safely.
Lycoming, there you see, celebrating their 2021 Mac Freedom Championship. For DeSales, 16 for Timmy Edwards, 7 for Mason Barnes, 2 for Aiden Elwood, 5 for Caba Mitchell, 2 for Jordan Holmquist, 2 for Christian Goulden, 8 for Elijah Eberly, and 11 for Dat Lambert. For the victorious Warriors of Lycoming, 19 for DeAndre Manuel, he was the tournament MVP, 12 for Stephen Hamilton, 9 for DeAndre Edmonds, 6 for Brandon Blackson, 2 for Matt Dugway, 6 for Dyson Hayward, 6 for Mo Terry, and 3 for Darius Dangerfield for their total of 69 points. As now they'll get the opportunity to cut down the net, and this has been it was an odd season, but a great season here on the campus of DeSales University. We'll have baseball for you tomorrow on the DeSales University Sports Network as we'll get into the spring sports season. Those ball games at 12 and 2:30 tomorrow. This has been a production of the DeSales University Sports Network. Good night, everybody.